in some university, their focus is only on research because maybe they are not good in communication. And if you are not good in communication, then you will have a problem in teaching. That's why improving your communication skill is very important if you decided to become a teacher. And I believe most of you who participate in this program, pedagogy, you are supposed to learn, you are supposed to improve your communication competencies. By the way, we have communication, but sometimes we misunderstand about communication, and we believe that communication is only what we say, what comes out from our mouth. So it's not only verbal communication. I mean, when we talk about communication skill, it's not only verbal communication, but there are also non-verbal vocal communication, non-verbal communication, and other types of communication. So in order to be a good leader in the class, in order to have confidence, in order to show to your student that you have a confidence, you need to have interpersonal and communication skill. Otherwise, there will not be that relationship between you and your students, which is very important. And maybe you are so smart. I mean, we have people, they are so smart. They have a lot of information, but the way of teaching, the way that they deliver the knowledge to the student, they cannot. Why? Because they don't have a good communication skill. That's why communication skill is very important. But before I start, I would like to ask to take 2 or 3 comments. What type of communication skill do you think is the best one? What's your preferred type of communication?
Communication with the students, the best way to grab their attention is your body language.
Body language.
If you are talking about something, you have to concentrate by watching the students and with your hands, with your movement. All these will grab the students' attention. But if you are standing still in somewhere and looking in anywhere and not watching or looking at the students, the student will not pay attention to the subject that you are teaching them.
So which one is more important? The words that the communication, the vocal communication, the words that you express, or the body language? Which one is more important?
The more important with me is the body language.
Body language. Thank you.
Yeah, that's most important. Secondly, is the vocal, the voice, your voice, tone of the voice is very important as well. If my voice is very, very loud, that's annoying. And if it's very low, it doesn't grab the students' attention as well.
That's true.
And the subject, whether that subject is very interesting to the students or not. Yeah, we have to choose the subject, and even if it's not interesting, we have to make it interesting. Like we said before, if it's boring, it's not mathematical, or it's like English language or something like that, we can bring videos, short videos, even like you did with us. You brought a short video to us, and we heard that video and we gave our opinion about these things. These will like flavoring the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jean, for your comment. So who else want to participate to comment on this?
Yes.
Okay, so yes. No hands raised. Yes. Okay, all raise the hand. Yes. Okay, Taban, you raise your hand. Okay, so okay, Mahmoud.
No, I'm not.
Okay, Mahmoud.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I think interpersonal communication competency for the teacher in the university or the campus environment is not just with the student. It should be with the good communication skill with the administrative staff, other teachers. So you should have a good relationship with each others. Regarding the student, as Mamoustayaan said, of course, a good body language, need good body language, a good eye contact, a friend relationship with the student, not like just the boss or a dictator. And I think it's,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mahmoud. Shirin?
بەڵێ مامۆستا سڵاو لە هەموو لایەکتان. For me, I think the effective communication is the best way in the classroom. For example, the classroom has contained of respectful, for example, and the teacher have to have the ability to repeat his or her message in a different way. For example, check every time for understanding. The students will be understand you. Well, I don't have anything more.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shirin. Okay, so here, as you see, so as you see here, the percentage of the communication, the percentage of our communication, how much of our communication is non-verbal. As you see it here, maybe it's surprising if you can look at this number. So as you see here, we have 7% for the verbal communication, the words, and we have 38% of the vocal or the human sound, and 55% of non-verbal communication. So that all together, they make a good communication, a good combination of the communication skill. That's why if you believe that the verbal the verbal communication is the best way, so maybe you are wrong. And it's based on the Albert Mahraban research that he found out that verbal communication is not that important. It's important, it's part of communication, but at the same time, it's not that important that we have to only or solely focus on. But there are more important communication tools that we need to use it. For example, the vocal communication that relates to our sound, human sound, accounts for 38% of our communication, which is higher than the verbal communication. But if you look at the Middle East, usually we believe that the people who are good, who are fluent in communication, then they are good in communication. But actually that understanding based on that research is wrong. Maybe you are good in the expressing the words, maybe you are good in English, maybe you are good in Kurdish. The language is okay. You don't have a problem with the expression of the words that you are using. But using the word is not enough to have a good or effective communication with students. So the most important part of communication is non-verbal communication. The communication that doesn't relate to word. So it's not from the tongue. It's not from your mouth. It doesn't come out from your mouth. But it's your body language, it's your eye contact, and also your facial expression. That's why if you only focus on the words that you are using, then it's not important at all. And the sound, even it's more important than the words that we are using. Of course, the words are important, but at the same time, it's not the main communication part. So that's for verbal, for the words. So don't focus too much on the words that you are using. The words are important, but not that important. کەسێکە زمان پارا بێ لێرانە دەڵێن زمانی پارا و تەواو زیرەکە لە کۆمیونیکیشنە، بەڵام زمان پاراوی مانای ئەوەیە کە تۆ کەسێکی کارامەی لە کۆمیونیکیشنە، بەڵکو شتی زۆر گرنگتر هەیە لەو شانەی کە بەکاری دێن. That's why we see sometimes, because we have some kind of stereotyping. When somebody is talking like without stopping, then we believe that person is good in communication. No. That's not good in communication. So the second one, we have vocal or human sound. Human sound or vocal communication is very important here. As you see, 38% of the communication goes to human sound. جار وایە بە یەک ریتمێک ئوفقیە horizontal. It's horizontal. Your voice is horizontal without having the rhythm. Fluctuate naka. أو هناك دنقت برسونزمي ثانية. So it's the same rhythm, the same tone that you are using from the beginning of the class to the end of the class. يعني زور گرینگه تو أو fluctuation habit. أگر fluctuation نبه after 10 minutes then student will be annoyed. Esta من ليران, if I talk to you for 10 minutes without having the fluctuation, with the non-stop words, then you become annoyed. You become annoyed with my voice and you don't want to hear my voice at all. This is human nature. This is psychology. Boya مشكل تقبلي يقرتم الناكد.
عفوا دنجي زور كاريري هي يعني زور زار ومان همومان قوتابی بوينه يعني لكلاس كاتك يعني لەگەڵ ڕێزم کاتەکە دەنجی مامۆستایەکە زۆر تیژە یان دەنگەچی نەشازە بەڕاستی پێت خۆش نیە لەم حاضرەکەی نامنیشی
بەتەکید بۆیە مە 38 لە سەدا بۆ ڤۆکالمان هەیە یعنی بەڕاستی گرنگە یعنی 138 زۆرە کەم نییە تۆ بۆ وشەکان ئەو شانەی کە بەکاری دێنی تەنها حوتت دانا بەڵام بۆ دەنگەکە 138 دانا because it's very important as you said sometimes you are in the class the teacher is very smart very professional, but the way of expressing, I mean, the way that she talk, the sound is very high or it's very low. Sometimes they are shouting in the class. We had that case. We have, I remember we had one of the lecturers, she was shouting like anything. And the student, they complained always that they cannot stand in the class because of her voice. And they were right. You cannot stand because you are the human being. So try not to shout all the times. Try not to shout at all. But at the same time, low voice, low tones is also a problem. يعني عجلة كقصد بوكا يتخوت هستكينات كدايب من على بابو بيخيني على سجيكا لا لا بوكا قصي نبت بوكا يتر بو هدي تشاوت تابخي. They are too slow. You feel like you are sleeping. Sometimes the teachers, they are making the students to be sleepy. And even if you are not sleepy, even if you had a good sleep at home, then because of the teacher, she's so slow, or he's too slow. So you feel sleepy. You don't feel motivation, you feel sleepy and bored. Especially when it takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then done. Everybody is sleeping in the class. The body is there, but the mind is already slept. That's why the tone of your voice is very important. And if you don't know whether your tone is high or your tone is low, or there's a fluctuation, try to record, and this is a good tool for you. I mean, that's fine if we have a problem until this moment. And that's fine, but we have to sort it out. And how are we going to solve it? Try to record your voice for 5 minutes. I mean, just the normal one. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat on yourself. Don't deceive yourself. چۆنیت وەکو خۆت 5 دقە تۆمار بکە. دوای ئەوەی کە 5 دقە تۆمار کرد لە کۆمپیوتەرەکەت لێی بدەوە. تەماشای کە بزانە ئەو هاڕوا دەنگەکەت سەوتەکەت بە vertical, horizontal, or there is fluctuation. If it's linear, if it's linear, then you have a problem. اگر لینیره او 5 دقیقه که قصه که لینیر به تا تو چشت هيا بويا تماشای بك بزانه fluctuation هيا برزونزمی هيا يعني نه. So if there is a fluctuation, that's fine. but fluctuation نه هم دقیق برز او هنا maintain the balance او ها برواد بيت even in development process when things are linear like this and go up, down, up, down, then that's normal, healthy. But when it's not linear, then it's a problem. بۆیە دوای ئەم محاضەرەیە هەوڵ بدەن 5 دقەی خۆتان بەبێ ئەوەی فێڵ لە خۆتان بکەن without deceiving yourself. Try to record for 5 minutes and listen to it, then you see where's your problem. This is one. Secondly, we have a problem of this is very common problem. This is a big problem that we have, and the problem is because you are rushing. Palata, أو شيء أمان هي. همو كسكيتي يعني it's for everyone. بلام كمزورة. كزورة شيء. When we have, I mean, everybody has that problem, but when it's too much, then it's a problem. It's a sign that you are not comfortable. It's a sign that you are not confident. It's a sign that you are lack of information. أمانة همو تعبيران هذا كتو معلوماتي تاولانية كتو براد بخودنية كتو شرمكي كتو آمادني. That's why it's also a big problem. It's a common problem that we have it. So if you have that problem, try to fix it. How are you gonna fix it? First, هوكاركي شيا هوكاركي أبي كتو عجلة فلتا. You are rushing. This is the first reason that it happens. So when you are rushing, your brain, your mind, and your tongue doesn't go together. Coordinate nakan. There's no coordination between your brain and your tongue. أو شانك لدم الدرجة زمانه لقل مشكل يج ناقريته كي يج ناقريته that will happen because you are thinking in one way and you are talking the other way. But I'm talking كت faster خيراتره كقصاكي خيرات القصاكي يعني كدلي أو بيركيتو يشنا هاتوا يشتا يعزكنا هاتوا لا مشكتوا بو زمانه. That's why it happens. Try to have a stop, a pause. حاول بدأ pause it. Even if it's for a moment, a second, try to have a pause. يعني مرة يكسر مرة روشتين بواتا أونية كتو باشي لكوميونيكيشن. If you are fast in talking, that doesn't mean you are good in communication skill. So have a pause. Pause it ووربكنا. يعني وستان يبكى. 1 minute. Then that doesn't happen. If you have that problem, now try it. Then you see whether you have it or not. But when you want to talk fast and the brain doesn't help, that will happen. يعني هم وكوتم مشكل لقل زمانت عازكي كرينا غير همانجيناكا بويا that will happen. And it's disturbing. If it's too much, it's disturbing. It happens. I mean, everybody has that problem. I had that problem. It was my big problem. But I try to fix it. At least I try to control myself sometimes. So this is the second one for the tone of the voice. So the rhythm is very important. The fluctuation of your voice and also the level of your voice. It should not be too high. It should not be too slow. You have to maintain the balance. Okay, that's 38%. But now we have the majority. Yeah, lack of knowledge about the subject. That shows your lack of the knowledge about the subject. But why you make that, why you put yourself into that situation that people think that you don't have a knowledge. So you can sort it out. So the body language or the non-verbal communication, non-verbal communication is not only body language, it's also eye contact, facial expression. So non-verbal communication is the most important part of your communication. أهم من يستوحب كم I'll have come, okay, and talk to you this way. Even the words that I tell you, if I do like this, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if I do this for 1-2 minutes and you feel that I'm crazy, I lost my mind. True? So it's important. Or how about this, like standing like this and putting your hand like this, okay? And talk to you this way, okay? Communication skill is one of the 21st century skills that are important for every student to have it in order to get a job.
ئوستاذ پێم وایە زۆرتر لە قۆناغی سەرەتای قوتابی ئەوها قسەی دەکات چونکە زۆر شەرم دەکات سەیری مامۆستا.
مامۆستامان هەیە ئەوها قسە دەکات. مامۆستامان هەیە دەچێتە یان دەستی چی لێکە ئەمە على ئەساس چۆخایە، ئۆکەی دەستێ خاتە پشتێوە، دەستێ خاتە پشتێوە ئیتر دەڕوات و دێت کاکە جان دەست خستۆتە پشتەوە بەزاگەر لە خۆتە بەزاگەر لە وشانەی کە بەکاری دێنی. يعني ئێستا من 2 دقیقە وها بێم و بڕۆم و دەست بخەمە پشتمەوە زۆر مامۆستامان هەیە ئەوهای زۆر يعني it's a common problem. So as you said, it's for the primary school, not teachers. Teachers, they need to have a good communication skill. They need to have a good body language, good eye contact. So body language is very important. Body language is very important. I say the same. Body language is very important. Body language is very important. Body language is very important. Or body language is very important. And the sound is okay, the same. The word, the expression is the same. But because I didn't use my body language, then you don't feel it. When you say body language is very important, body language is very important. You need some farqiyya, yani there is a difference between that too. So if you don't have a good body language, even if you have a good expression, good presentation, the words are all right and the voice is all right, then you are missing something which is more than half of the communication. Yani زیاتر anyway. ياخد مامۆستامان هەیە هەر خەریک سەرێت لێر قژی ئەوها لێکە باشە؟ ئەوەش کێشەیە. مامۆستامان هەیە زۆر they look down. هەندێکشمان هەیە ئەوهاکەن، yani it's like they found something on the ceiling. Yani هەشمان we have this one, that example. يعني هەمانە دەستی لەسەر ستێجەکە دانێ put the hand on the stage. اینجا دەستێک شێکاتە ناو جیرفانیەوە ئەوها من چۆن وەستاوم لاپتۆپەکە لە پێشێتی و قساوە. This is also boring. So putting your hand in your pocket, that's fine if it's for a moment. بۆ چەند خولەکێکش بێ مشکلە نییە کە دەست کردە ناو جیرفانتەوە. That's fine because diversification is very important. يعني some people they say you should not put your hand in your pocket, but that's fine if you put your hand in your pocket, but if it's for the short time. بۆ کاتێکی کورتە. تەنانەت ئەوەش ئاساییە دەست بخەیتە سەر و دەستێکش لە ناو جیرفانت بێ. ئەمەش ئاساییە بەڵام for a moment, not for the entire class. And sitting in the class is also a problem, unfortunately, especially for the professors. They are sitting in the class. Some of them, they are sitting in the class. Yani laptop لە پێشە, they have a laptop in front of them and the table in front of them and they are sitting on the chair. لەسەر کورسێکش دانیشتونە. Don't sit. Try to stand up. Try to be sporty. So sitting is not a proper way of communication and it's too boring. Even try in the conference, in the seminar, try to stand up. You will be activated. You will be automatically activated when you stand up. It's not about the age. It's not about the age, it's about the activity of that person, how active you are. So when you are sitting, you are giving a bad impression about yourself. So don't sit. شتێکی ترش هەیە when جاروا stage مانە we have the stage in the class I mean speaking stage stageەکە بەرزە that's fine ئەگەر بێتە سەر stageەکە ئەها بۆ نیو دقەیەک دابنیشی لەسەر stage بەتایبەتی when the student they try to participate you can't do this but for a moment for a while بۆ ماوەیەکی زۆر کورت ئاسایە دانیش بەڵام نەوەکو زۆر دانیشیت which is also important. We have one problem in the class that you will be asked how you're going to control the noisy class or noisy student or naughty student in the class. This is one of the challenges that you will face in your presentation, final presentation. So the best way to control the student is not to shout. You are not expected to shout. Tola bazarni, you are not on the street. Taku, however big. So there is no justification for shouting. هیچ هۆکارێک نییە بۆ تۆ بۆ ئەوەی هاوار بکەیت بۆ ئەوەی خوێندکارێک یاخۆ قوتابێک بێدەنگ بێت. So what are you gonna do? They are nosy students and they don't respect their colleagues. They are disturbing everybody. So in that case, in that situation, what you have to do is to stop for a moment and look at the student. Yes. You are talking too much and you disturb your colleague. So stop talking for a moment. Even you can make a smile, okay? Done? Thank you. Tawi, spas. Tawi, spas. In that case, be sure, be certain that the student, they will respect you and they will respect the class. شرمزارة بنا يعني كبيدان قبيتو تاو بيدان قلتو تماشان بك and make a smile. You don't have to make an angry face. Don't make an angry face. Smile and then they will stop. زۆر بە ئاسانی بەبێ ئەوەی تۆ مامۆستامان هەیە ئەوەندە بە ڕەحلە و تەختەیە کێشەیە ئیتر هەستەکەی ئەمە لە هینە لە ئارمیە هەز ناکرد کە لە کلاسای یعنی دەڵێ هینە ئەوەندە بە تەختەیە کێشەیە بە ڕەحلەیە کێشەیە ئیتر تەڵەبەش هیواتیان ئەو شتانەیە بۆی نییە take advantage in the situation and they become more noisy. So don't try to be tough this way. That doesn't make you tough. The student will make fun of you. And it's not a professional way to make people concentrate, to make people listen to you. So don't hit the table and don't hit the board, the wall. Don't do this. So, yeah, be careful for this one.
Doctor, but what if they didn't care about you looking to them? I mean, you had some...
They care. They do care. Try it and they care.
اوكي
يعني ما تجربه ما هي يعني طلبه هي جناده تشتانه يعني اصلا بالعكس اگر بي بكنيه بو شێوازە تەماشای بکەی یەکجاری کۆنتڕۆلی قاعەکەت بۆ دەکات.
Believe me, if you do this, try it, and at the end of the class, at the end, tell him, have you done? Yeah, and if he continued, if he did it again and again and again, he did not respect. دەتوانیت لە دەرەوە قسەکانت تەواو بکەیت. پێویست ناکە پێی بڵێ لە ڕەحلە بدەیت لە تەختە بدەیت بۆ ئەوەی بێدەنگ بێت. دەتوانێت لە دەرەوە قسەکانی تەواو بکەیت. So if he is a boy, he will not do it in front of the girls. If she's a girl, she will not do it in front of the boys. So in that case, he will be embarrassed. Embarrassment for such people is a good way, and it works. So try it and then see it. See the result. Okay, so because this is one of the big problem, big issue that we have it. I mean, the soft power in that case is very important. It's very important. Of course, you will not allow anyone to take advantage of your kindness. If you are kind, sometimes the student, they take advantage. But at the same time, there are ways to make them listen to you. Our reggae, we have another way. Bo'o kasanika with it. You will explain and you will keep on explaining your subject. And you get close to the student, not too close. You get close to the student and they are talking, okay? Just put your hand on the table. Put your hand on the table and a little bit, the level of your voice. You will increase a little bit the level of your voice. That student, then he will understand that you mean. So that's another way. Or sometimes you explain it. If you don't have the social problem, if you are close to the student, that one just a little bit put your hand on his shoulder and explain, keep explaining. Then that student will be silent. This is another way to control such people. And of course, if he doesn't respect anything and if he make a noise and doesn't respect anybody, but this is a rare case, this is not a common case, then there is another way they can continue outside. Okay, so that's for the body language. And we have another problem. Sometimes we get too close to the student, the posture. Getting too close to the student. I mean, sometimes when it's morning, sometimes you didn't eat boni demede, your mouth smelly, stinky, I don't know, and you get too close to the student. We have seen that case many times. They get too close to the student and they are smelly, and the student, they become so bored and they don't know what to do because they are in the situation that they cannot tell the teacher, please get away a little bit. It happened. I have a colleague who's like this. I have a colleague who is like this, and nobody tell you because it's something negative. So people doesn't like to tell you because if they tell you, maybe you have reaction. So people scared of the reaction. Even your friends, they cannot tell you sometimes because maybe you get angry. But so you avoid that problem yourself before other people talk about you behind. When it happens, then students, I mean, they blah, 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 and they cannot concentrate. You are using too much perfume. Again, that's also a problem. Not only the bad smell, but also sometimes when you are using too much perfume, it's also a problem.
مامۆستایەکمان هەبوو لە قۆناغی بەکەلۆریۆس زۆر جگەرەی دەچێشە کە داهاتە کلاس بەڕاستی کەلێمان نزیک دەبووە لەگەڵ بۆنی جگەرە بەمە با هەرزوو محازەرەکە کۆتایی بێ جا ڕۆژێکیان من نوێنەری قوتابیان بووم وتم مامۆستا وەڵاهی لەو مستەوا بەرزە ئەوەندە مستەوایەکەت بەرزە و قوتابیان حەز دەکەن گوێت بگرن بۆچی ئەوەندە جگەرە دەچێشی وتی من خەمم زۆرە هەو خەمانەی من بەیەوە بەتاڵ ناوێت يعني براستي كيشة وما لهذا يعني براستي هم طلبة كان براستي دتينا قسم داود كانوا ما مستعد بقول وندر بونز قليل لها يعني براستي وش زور ناخوشة
بالتأكيد يعني بوتي بقيت أو أستيك قوتابیەکانت پێت بڵێن بۆنت ناخۆش یاخود بۆن جگەرە لێدێ یاخود نانت نەخواردەوە بۆنت دێ بۆیە خۆت لەوانە بە دوور بگرە. You don't smell yourself. Sometimes you don't smell it. You don't feel it. بەتابەتی ئەوانەی کە جگەرە ئاچێشن هەست بە خۆیان ناکەن، بەڵام ئەگە جگەرە چێشێک کە من جگەرە ناچێشم جگەرە چێشێ بێت لە تەنیشتمەوە قسە بکە لە نزیکمەوە قسە بکە I'll be disturbed if you are smoking. You don't feel it because you are smoking, but I feel it because I don't smoke, and it's really disturbing. So don't make your student have that impression on you. يعني أو impression بدست طلبة مدى يعني طلبة بيت بلا بوني ناخوش it's too much يعني طلبة بيت بلا بوني كبكاري ديني زور بيزار كرا it's also too much. بويا أوش بشكا لا non-verbal. وخالتي تريش مسألة بون زور گرنگ يعني بون يشكا لا لو شتانه کە تۆ دەتوانیت لە کۆمیونیکیشنە سەرکەوتوو بیت. ئەگە بۆنێک خۆشت لێبێ بەرامبەرەکەت جۆل لێ ڕاگرێ، بۆنێکی ناخۆشت لێبێ ئیتر بەوی بێ بڕوا وازت لێبێنی و نەجاتی بێ تا زۆر. Your hand, دەست ئەم دەستە جار وایە نازانین چی لێکەی. Sometimes you don't know what to do with your hand. دەبێتە بەڵا بە دەستەوە دەست دەبێتە بەڵا نازان چی لێ دەستەکەی. You put it on the back, you don't know, maybe it's not good. You are like this, because sometimes we are like this. I mean, you are talking, but you don't have any movement. We have people, they don't have any movement. Dasi أو حالنا, dasi أو حالنا, dasi برزنا بيتو. So, dasi lera برزكوا, lera نبي. لا پشت با نبي all the times. Don't put it on your back all the times. وەکووتم ڕێکردنش ڕێ بکە بەڵام ئەوها نا only right left you are not jogging. Sometimes go forward and get back. بڕۆ پێش کەمێک اینجا وەرەوە هەوڵ بدە تۆزە بڕۆ ناوەڕاست ڕوود بسوڕێنە بۆ لای خوێندکارەکانت اینجا بگەڕێ دواوە. Go to the middle of the class and then come back. But you need to look at the students. No, because sometimes we go to the back of the class and we are like this. Most of the students are behind. So that's not the right way. And another problem that I saw is some people, when they present the slides, they are like this. They are reading the slides for the student. And what do you think you are? Do you read for them? Do you think that they don't know how to read the slides? Edwai awan nazan slide bkhenno. Estamina gelaw slide anatan bo bkhenmawa. Wa bye bye. Pedwai onatwan bkhenno khendali tanya. You don't have the literacy to read. So don't try to read the slide for the student. How mada slide bo talaba bkhenitawa. And a slide, it's one way to visualize. I mean, the student, if they want to understand the subject, they will read it and then they will listen to you. They do understand everything. And it's also important so you will not be off topic. Boy, off topic now. Slide and the key points so you will know your outline. Because slide nabilone outline kan nazani jana. Boya slide مخينه وبرج للطلبة مكان يعني هذا جعلها برج للطلبة. Even sometimes when you write, I write on the board. برجت اليدان. برجت للطلبة مكان. Don't turn your back to the students. This is wrong. تنانت أجر درنوسي بوشوية. Maintain the balance. تماشي إيرفكا. تواو سنجت هناك سنجت أو هناك أجر أو هاي اللي بيزيد أو هاش بكي it's not a good way. But when it's like that and then you can still write and you can still focus on the student. So this is another way. Okay, so we have other expression. For example, the student, he will participate and you like the idea. Okay, perfect. It was such a good idea, such a brilliant idea. The like, that means you like it. And for example, another student participated and he made a mistake. No, not right. Not true. That's fine. When you do this facial expression with the smile, little smile, even the student is wrong, he loves to see it. Even they are wrong, they love to see it. That means wrong. Good, right. How important using your body language. It's very important. Body language, like it, yeah, when it's increasing, Dazani, it's increasing, decreasing. Data problem. Yeah, I don't know. That facial expression is very important. I don't know. Nazan. I get what I'm Nazan. Different. Nazan. Nazan. Different. So you need to become an actor. Getting to acting bouquet. Yani role play. Teacher is very important to have a role play in the class. Like an actor, like an actress. So it's very important for you to acting. If you like it or not, you need to acting in order to create the environment, a friendly environment for everyone. Agina, concentrate naka. خاڵێکی تر کە ئێمە زۆر نزیک لە تەڵەبا بینەوە دایمەن هەوڵ بدە you have a coffee or you have the water with you so you will avoid your voice problem چونکە هەندێک جار کێشەی دەنگمان بۆ پەیابێ یاخود هەندێک جار you get too close to the student and it's like raining هەر دەڵێ ئاو بە دەموچاو ئەو تەڵەبەیەکە ئەوەندە تف لە دەمت دەرەچێت یعنی ئەو تەڵەبەیە بێزارە بێ نازانێت چی بکات he's in the situation embarrassing situation so boya maintain the distance with the student get close to them but not too close نزیک بۆ بەناو زۆر نزیک زۆر نزیک بوون you will create a problem for yourself you will create a headache for yourself that's why maintain the balance the distance. Okay, our body language, eye contact. طبعا the power of eye is so magical. سحراوية چاو. يعني you can attract people with your eyes. You can control people with your eyes. دەتوانی خەڵکی control بکەی لە ڕێگەی چاوتەوە. Eye contact is very important, and that's a big issue again. For example, when you have the presentation and the president of the university is there and the dean is there, so there are so many other audience, but your focus is only on that two person. So you will not look at other people. You just look at one person or two person. So they get bored, they get annoyed, and it's a kind of disrespecting others. So in the class, the student, they are all equal. So you need to focus on your student equally. You need to look at your student, to stare at the student equally. If you don't do that, then you are ignoring part of the class. And to be honest, sometimes you are not doing it purposely. You just don't know that you have that problem. So you look at some of the students and neglect others. So the others that has been excluded, they feel that you don't respect them. So they play with the mobile and they don't listen to you. They try to chit chat. Why? Because you didn't give them an eye contact. So look at the student and look at their eyes. When you explain, it's very important to look at the students. If you don't look at them, then they will not listen to you. جۆلی ڕەنات. That's why looking at the students, staring at the students is very important. خاڵێکی تر هەیە، يعني look at the eyes, deep in the eyes, deep to the eyes. يعني تەماشای ناو چاوی بکە بۆی ڕای بچێشی. ئەگەر دەتەوێت if you want to attract them, if you want to catch the attention, دەتەوێت attentionیان ڕای بچێشی، تەماشای ناو چاویان بکە. گلێنەکە ئەو ڕەشایەت بینیوە لێرانە، هەوڵ بدە ئەوە. You are burning them this way. وای لێ دەکەی کە فۆکەسی لەسەر تۆ بێت. تەنانەت دەتوانیت تەحەکومشی پێ بکەیت. Believe me, with your eyes, you can't even change their movement, their attitude, their behavior in the class. Eye is so powerful. چاو زۆر بەهێزە. It's really powerful. So don't miss the power that you have, that important power that you have. Look at them, staring at them deep into the eyes. لەناو چاویان ڕای بچێشە.
Dr. Nonverbal, just one question about eye contact. Can I ask you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes teachers, when they do eye contact with their student, they are just focusing on what they think, what they need to talk about. They are not focusing on exactly who is he they are looking for. They are not aware of who they are looking for. Sometimes just for focusing on what on their speech, on their thinking, they looking at that person. But it's too long.
Bechal, you have a problem with your voice. I don't know whether it's your computer or.
What about now?
Danke dato.
I'm sorry about it.
Okay.
It's not success?
No, it's not.
مامۆستا دیارە دوو جیازی بەکردیە.
Are you using to mobile on your laptop?
No, I use my mobile. My laptop. My mobile is near me, but not using.
Oh, okay. شكرا danke dato صوتك.
Okay, sorry. Next time.
So you can write your question in the comment. So just write your question in the comment. Okay, now we have Ibrahim. You want to say something? You raise your hand.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I was going to talk about the human sound that you mentioned and some comments that our colleagues posted on the message. I think we call these sounds, sometimes some of these sounds pause, and some of these sounds are intentional, which is for emphasis, and some of them are unintentional, and they have different reasons. They are not all related to lack of knowledge or lack of preparation. We have two terms, accuracy and fluency, especially in the second language learning and teaching. We have sometimes some people sacrifice their fluency in the sake of accuracy. I mean, because they want to be accurate, they think too much and they may lose their fluency. And this is one point. And another point is about, I forgot the second point, sorry, but I think this point is very important. Some people, they want to be fluent, accurate, and they want to find the exact word, and it's why they sometimes they are not fluent in their speaking. It's not always, it's true that some part of these pauses are because of lack of preparation, but it's not all due to this factor, and there are other factors that impact the fluency of speakers.
I do agree.
I agree totally. I totally agree that with preparation and we can enhance we can enhance our fluency and we can decrease these pauses, but there are other factors that influence this issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, what you said, some people, they concentrate on accuracy and some of them, they concentrate on fluency. Some people want to be accurate enough. I mean, they دەزانی لە قسەکردنە تەرکیزکردن لەسەر وشەکان زۆر خەتەرە. یعنی وات لێکە کە تۆ حەز بە مرتاحی نەکەی کە قساکەی. هەمان شت the same problem you have for the uniform, the clothes that you are wearing. If you are too formal, ئەگەر زۆر formal be the clothes that you are wearing, ئەوەندەی کە ئەهمیەت بە جلەکانتە دەی ئەوەندە ئەهمیەت بە قسەکانت نادەی. So what you have to do, you have to make yourself comfortable, whether you concentrate on accuracy or fluency. چکە تەنانەت fluency شەندێ جاناتم شای some people they speak in English ئەوەندەی کە گرنگی بە pronunciation دەن. The way that they give importance to their pronunciation, they concentrate on pronunciation, they don't concentrate on the what they call accuracy of the words. I mean, the information that they deliver to the people. So they more care about their pronunciation. Pronunciation is important, but since you are not a native speaker, so you don't have to make yourself what do you call hesitated. You don't have to hesitate yourself. خود مشوش مکه بته وکو امریکی اقصاد که یا خود وکو بریتانیا اقصاد که. چون هنده کس من هی آونده دیوه انگلیسی که وکو بریتانیا یا خود وکو امریکیه بیه آونده نایو زانیاره کام بده. باید وشه خلاو بکار دینه که کسی اینه. وشه وای بکار دینه که انگلیسی که بخوشی تینه. Even the native speaker they cannot understand sometimes because they are using some words, some vocabularies which are not using. I mean, people they don't use it anymore, but they use it in order to prove that they know a good English. Same goes for Kurdish language, same goes to Arabic language. Yani giving too much focus, concentration on the word, whether it's accuracy or fluency, is bad. So try to make yourself comfortable. Yani comfortability to lahamushtek pevistira.
Another point was exactly regarding this. I mean, some people in their native language, and even in our Kurdish, some people are fluent, but the others are not fluent in the speaking. Handek design ba Kurdish, handek kat iwa qsadaka zor sari qsadaka, balam iwa handek kan qsadaka laqsa kedna kan that was khawn. I mean, they are all factors which related to these pauses. But with I mean, increasing our knowledge regarding to the topic and preparation before speaking, we can enhance our fluency. Thank you.
True. Bechaldale, it's not good to stare at the students. Culturally, yeah, sometimes it's not acceptable when you are staring, for example, you are a girl and you are staring at the boy's eyes, then maybe they misunderstand of what you do. Maybe you are a boy and a guy and then you stare at the girl, then it's culturally maybe not acceptable. But I don't say that you stare at the eye deep into the eyes from the beginning to the end. You are not doing that. You just make them concentrate on you. يعني تنها concentrate يعني you are making a balance, and when there's a balance, when the students see that it's for everyone, it's not only for one particular student, then that's totally fine. But when it's only one student on one student, we have that cases, okay? تنها تمشي دانه چانکا يعني تمشي لاجكا اواني تلهموي اهمالكا. No, that's not all right. That's not right. Balam, agar to maintain balance, because if you maintain the balance between your student, so if it's not only for one student, it's for everyone, then that's totally fine. It's really effective. Barasti ta'siri here. Psychologically, it impacts on the student to attract the attention. Yani attention they believe that you are giving them attention and giving them importance. They are part of the class. But when you feel that you are excluded and the teacher doesn't look at you looking like this, you don't feel anything. I mean, I do like this, you don't feel anything. But when I look at you this way and I explain it, then it's powerful. فرقية كما مساوها قصا كيان أو ها أوكي ده جولة شاي جولة بلام كز نازاني شاي ليشويا. This is looking at student, but staring at the student is like that. You can move your mouse and at the same time look at staring at the student. which is very powerful. جاروا تۆ کۆنترۆڵت پێ ناکرێت لەبەر ئەوەیە کە تۆ ئەو تریکت بەکار ینی نەتوانیوە سایکۆلۆجیکەلی ئای کۆنتاکتت وەکو خۆی بەکار نێناوە کە زۆر زۆر گرنگە ینی بەڕاستی ئەگەر تەڵەبا بزانێت کە تۆ گرنگی پێ نادەیت گرنگیش تەبان خۆ تۆ ناڵێ من گرنگیت پێدەم بە وشە تۆ دەبێت تەماشای بکەیت تۆ دەبێت پرسیاری لێ بکەیت ئیتر ئینڤۆڵڤ بکەیت بۆ شێوازانە تۆ دەتوانی پێیان بڵێ کە بەشدار بکەن. Now we have Roshan and then we have Shirin.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
Regarding what you said, for example, when some students are talking and you just stop talking and look at them for a while. Well, I tried this, but later on I really was upset because the students were really embarrassed and I felt that he didn't concentrate on the lecture or on what I'm talking till at the end of the class.
But he kept silent. But he kept silent.
Yes, but his psychology, I felt changed 100%. And then I felt upset why I made him embarrassed.
No, don't be upset. Then they will respect you more. I agar bitchkanda chiya bu. Yani agar hawarid bikirda chiya. Dazani talaba chona talaba sometimes if you are not doing that they will take advantage. I mean they are part of us. Even we, I mean agar har kasi lema bibeta talaba bcheta sara ورح ليك دانشتونا. Then they become we had naughty boy in Finland. I mean we had naughty boys and they were deans, president of the university, vice chancellors, professors, all of us. Sometimes we try to have some kind of action that was not appropriate. But since we were students, we need a control. Kabuita talaba, you need a control. If you don't have the control or the management skill, how to manage your class, then the student, they take advantage. But the way that you did, he kept silent. That's it. The problem was he was talking and disturbing others. But now he kept silent, so that's it. He will be empowered. He will learn not to do it again.
How about if there's only not one student? Like I had a teacher, she couldn't control the upper grades once. And every time she was calling us to manage and control the class. But I showed her a way that she can control the class by, as you said, I told her to keep silent for a few minutes for the whole class, so they will realize that she's not teaching, so they will stop talking. That's what I did, and I don't know, and it was a very good way I showed my teacher.
I shared the picture with you in Viber group. I don't know if you like this method or not, but this is also another method. So the picture, if you look at the picture, let me see if I have it here. I can share it with you. Or you can just take a look of your mobile and your Viber group. You see the signature. That's another method that have been used. I have been using it for 1 year. This method. So I have both the blue signature and the red signature. So for the participation, in order to make the class fair enough for the student to participate, and if they participate at the end of the class, at the end of the semester, I give them their rights. يعني جاروا طلبة بجداري كابلان بكوتاي نازين شنجار بجداري كتوا يعني كي بجداري كتوا. You don't have any proof, so you randomly give them the mark. يعني بشيء randomly درجة يعني ديتيا, which is not fair because you should not give the participation mark randomly. بويا چیم کردوا ورقيك unique one يعني دانيشي unique نادر. I put the stamp on it, I stamp it, and I gave each student in my class. So for any participation they have in the class, when they participate for every week, I give them one signature. If you participate in my class, I give you one signature. And one signature stands for 1 mark. If you have 5 signatures, that means you have 10 marks in my class. يعني ئەگەر 10 سیگنیچەر دەبێ ینی 10 دەرەجەت هەیە لە دەرسی منە 6 دەبێ ینی 6 هەیە لە پشتی وەرەقەکەوە لە پشتی ئەوە ئەمەیان چییە ئەمەیان ئیمزای blue one the blue signature and behind that one we have red signature. The red signature is for the student who doesn't respect the class. And I told them, I'm not going to tell you, please don't talk. You can't talk anytime if it's relating to the class. You can't participate anytime you want. You are allowed, you have the autonomy to participate, to engage in the class. But if you are making fun in the class is not for making fun or making a noise. So you are supposed to respect others. So in case if you are trying to disturb others or disturb the class, then I will give you one signature without even shouting on you. I give him one red signature, that means deduct 1 mark. So اگر 8 امضای شینت هبه امضا سورت هبه دبته 7 درجه امضا سورکه امضا چی اولابه. That's another way يعني ببي أو هيز بكي خوي لا ترسي إمزا سوريكا إمزا شيء هنا ده إمزا شيء شينت هي which is the reward and إمزا شيء سوريت هي أمام بو extreme cases يعني جاروا you I mean some people they don't understand one time you give them the warning I mean you stop and then have you done then they keep talking and again you tell them they keep talking and in that case, yeah, giving one red signature is the best way to control it. But الأخير is so easy. You know how many times they participate and they don't even say, they don't blame, oh, I was so active student, but you didn't give me any mark. Or they don't, if they are not active, they don't come to you because you tell them, do you have any signature? They say no. So I cannot give you any mark because you don't have signature. And you are making something justice. You are applying justice in your class. This justice la class كذا درسك. بو أمر رجاك بو أويك control class كبكي بجدي. يعني it worked. I tried and it works. So you can't try it and it works. I'm sure it works. We have comments. Okay, Shirin. Yeah. You wanted to say something.
حاجة كم سبورتي تشان خالكي جنابت كم وتشان خالكي شقات كم يعني استبارد بهمو أو موضوعاني كبار سكر بالنسبة مامۆستا كارێکی زۆر پیرۆزە مامۆستا يعني وەکو جنابی شت هەر قسەت لەسەر کرد کە وەکو ئاکتینێکە يعني تۆ حسابکە لەسەر مەسرحێکی دەورێکیان ناو بە تۆ ئەو دەورە ببینی بۆیە گەیاندنی پەیامەکەت لە بۆدی لانگویجیش هیچ کەمتر نییە لەوەی کە قساکەیت جاری وا هەیە بەدی لانگویجەکەت گرنگترەکە لەوەی کە قسە بکەیت چەند خاڵێک هەیە مەسەلەن بەنسبەت بەڕای من مامۆستا زۆر گرنگە بیدایەت کاچێتە ناو دەرزەوە بە وەزعێکی زۆر نەفسی مستەقڕەوە بچێت مەسەلەن کێشە شەخسیەکانی نەباتە ناو کلاس من مامۆستام هەبووە باوەڕ کە مامۆستا هەر لە بیدایەتەوە هاتوۆتە ژوورەوە وتێتی ئەمڕۆ من میزاجم تەواو نییە اینجا خوام لەو خواوێکە تووڕە بکە يعني من أوام بتشاي خوم لكلية ديوة لما حلي زانكو يعني شتي شخصي مالوي يا هيني بيرسون شتي شخصي خوي هنا وتناو كلاسك بمودي كي زور ناشرين وهاتو بدرزوتنا براي منو مامۆستایان سيتدرسك وباشترا أجر مودي نبي موضوعي كهيا مامۆستاکە ئەگەر خۆی ئامادە نەکرد بێت مسەیتەر نەبێ بەسەر مادەکە سیرەکەی هەر لە خۆی میزاجی تەواو نییە میزاجی تێکەچێ هەز بە نەقسێکەکە یعنی تەڵەبەکە ئەگەر بێت و شتێکیش بڵێ لە خۆڕە ئەو تووڕا بێ ئەگەر تەڵەبێک با بڵێن پرسیارێکی لێ بکە لە قابلیەتی مامۆستاکە زیاتر بێ تەڵەبەکە شکێنێتەوە بە غەرەزی شەخسی لێی وەرەگرێ ئەمەش نوقتەیەکی ترە بەنسبەت مامۆستا لە ناو کلاسە خۆی ڕێزی خۆی فەرزەکات یعنی هەنێ شت هەیە پێویست ناکا بە تووڕە بوون بەس هێڵی سوور ئەبێ ئەو هێڵێک هەیە نە قوتابی بیبەزێنێنە مامۆستاش بەرامبەر قوتابی بیبەزێنێ ئەبێ لە حەدێکا بیوەستێنی ئەو هێڵە هیچ لایەک لە هیچ لایەکی تری نەبەزێنێ لە کاتی قسەکردنا مەسەلەن زۆر زۆر مهمە کە تۆ تەڵەبەیەک سوئالی لێکە یا هەر کەسێ بێ لە ژیانی ڕۆژانەشمانە مامۆستا لەوە ناخۆشتر نییە تۆ یەکێ قسەت بۆ بکات تۆ سێری سەعات بکەیت تەماشای سەعاتەکەت بکەیت ئەوە معنای وا هەیە خێرا کە من کاتم نییە گوێ لێ بگرم ئەو هینەش مامۆستا بە هیچ شێوەیەک بۆ زۆر ضروریات نەبێ موبایل بەکار نێنێ والله مامۆستای وام دیوە بە درێژایی دەرسەکەی خەریکی موبایلەکەی بۆ مەسجی جواباوەتەوە دوو جار سێ جار لە دەرسەکات چێتە دەرەوە تەلەفۆنی شخصی جوابێتەوە هی ماڵەوەیە هی نازانم هەر شوێنێکە ئەوە زۆر شتێکی یعنی با بڵین ناشرینە و هەرموو مامۆستایەکیش لە بیدایەتەوە ڕوولی خۆی بدا بە قوتابیەکان لە یەکەم دەرسەوە کە تەعارفەکەی بڵێ منیش ئەمە ڕوولەکانمە حەزی ژەکەم تەڵەبەکانیش شتی خۆیان بە من بڵێت چ جۆرێک حەز لێکەن چ جۆرێک حەز لێ ناکەن بەڵام مامۆستاکە مهمە کە ڕوولی خۆی بداتە قوتابیەکان ئەمە چەند خاڵێک وەلەو یەک دقیقەم بێنێ چەند شتێکی کە هەیە یعنی قسەکردن زۆر مهمە ئینترۆدەکشنی هەبێ مامۆستا هەیە یەتە ژوورەوە یەکسەر داوەزێتە سەر مەوزوعەکە يعني طلبك والي كات شلون اللي احب
وما بنيه راست
يكسر اشياء صار موضوعك ابي دروب داوني هبي قصه ورده بيت اخواره وبموضوعك يعني على الاقل باسي موضوعي درسي في شوكه بلا درسي في شو ما نود يعني دروب داون يبكى ورده ورناو با انتروداكشن كتبه يا هن اتواني بنكتيك دس فيكي اتواني بقسيكي خوش بمسالك دس فيكي كتوزي مزاجي طلبكان بكيتوا تو هربيت ويكسر حبتي تسر موضوعك اما اسلوبك زور وشكونا خوش بو درس وكنا اجا شلون تيكلك لبري بيني بادي لانجويج و بابلي قسكان دروستكي يعني باب بادي لانجويج كد عكسي قسكان النبي يعني وكو جناب دوت اما جابير شلون دلخوشي خود دربري شلون باش تقلي انكريزي كردو يا ديكريزي كردو يعني امشتانا ابي تنسيق لبينها هذول يعني شلون واكي توزور مهمه شلون واكي جوغرافيك اتراكت كي بولاي خوي اتراكشن درست كي جوغرافيك بطاقتنا بيجول اللي بقري اما اوا بلامشن يبدو السؤال هبو ما مستعد طلبي بتابتي مرحله زانكو هني الطلبه بنيجد جوي يعني اما نازانم يعني من برأي الشخصي خو ما قروج للرجال بوبن بمامۆستا بينادم بلام هني كي جلينا طبيعيه بنيج جون اسلوبي خوي هي اگر تو بشيويك بنيج بجيت ك هستي بينا كري وجاي لقلوي قلص به شوار دوره كشت به طاقه كي جلوبي بي دروستي اسلوبي كي او زور بينم لنا طلبه يعني كخون طلبه بوم ديوم للطلبه كاني هاورم شتێکی کە زۆر مهمە مامۆستا پاک و خاوێنی بڕوا بکە مامۆستام هەبووە وەڵڵاوە بیللا لە عینی کات قوتابیش ناڵێم هەر مامۆستا یعنی کە هاتوۆتە ناو کلاسەکە بۆنی عارەقی لەگەڵ ڕێزما ناو کلاسەکەی پڕ کردووە من خۆم هەستاوم یەکسەر پەنجەرەکەم کردوێتەوە ئەمە شتێکی زۆر یعنی مهمە بە تایبەتی مامۆستا کە خۆی پاک و تەمیز بوو ئەتوانێت مەسیجێکی بەغێر مباشر بداتە قوتابیەکان کە ئەوانیش با بڵێن پاک و خاوێنی خۆیان ڕابگرن شتێکی کە زۆر لە ناو کلاستا بەکاریە موبایلە تەماشاکەی مامۆستاکە لە نیوەی دەرسە قوتابیەک مەسیجی بۆیە پەنجە بەرزەکاتەوە یعنی بچمە دەرەوە ئەچێتە دەرەوە جوابی تەلەفۆنەیە يعني أوش نازل من أقرب من بابا مسترب وأنا بصراحة المفروض هردو طرف موبايل كان أو كربي زور سباس بوجود
that's خوشبه yeah good points here like تماشاكرني ساعات it's not the proper way to do so because it's like you want to finish your class as soon as possible so it's not the good way. At the same time, try to focus on the student also. If they watch it, they watch. If they look at the watch, then that means they are rushing to go home, so to go outside of the class. So you need to understand their facial expression also, not only your facial expression, which is very important. Sometimes you only care about yourself, and the student, they get so bored, they are tired, and with their face, by reading their faces, understanding their face, you know that they are tired, they are exhausted. So in that case, you have to stop it. I mean, if the students are tired and they cannot concentrate on you, then it's better for you to stop talking because they cannot get it, they cannot receive it. They are the receiver, and you are the sender. If they don't receive it, then you cannot send your message. So if you cannot send message while you talk, so give them the chance. At least tell them, go and bring a coffee, go bring a tea, and I can give you 10 minutes to relax, to take a rest. يعني عجلة نبي بوي ما دكتها بكي ولا طلبة بكي ناتشاري بكي مجبوري بكي كلا كلاس أبنيته بجستا physically. You oblige them to sit in the class physically, and you don't make them to that situation. Don't put them in that situation. When you read the facial expression of the student and they are bored and they are tired and they cannot receive any more information, so in that case, you are better to give them at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes to go and have a tea outside, or at least, because sometimes the administration doesn't allow you. When the administration doesn't allow you, you can ask them to bring the tea in 2-3 minutes and then drink it inside the class and give them 10 minutes rest. So this is also very important. So don't put them into that situation that to be forced to sit in the class. يعني مجبوريان مكا بوي لكلاس كابينينو. بوي مجال شامدنه. Regarding chewing gums, chewing gum, I don't know if you like it or not, but for me it doesn't happen in my class. I never see any student to chew gum in my class. Why we don't like it? Why we don't accept it? I mean, why we don't accept eating in the class? We accept drinking. Drinking is fine everywhere. But when it comes to eating, eating is not fine because it's smelly, it smells, it's not restaurant, and also they make a sound, a voice. Sometimes it's crunchy, the fast food, or sometimes whatever it is, they make a voice. So if they make a voice, they distract other students. So they should not be allowed to distract other students. But to a gum making, I mean, when they are chewing a gum, sometimes they are distracting other students. So it's not a good way. Yeah, so it depends on you. I don't know if you like it or not, but it doesn't happen to me. So I don't have experience for the chewing gum. But chewing gum, sometimes mulcha kana. So this one is not the right thing to do. So now we have our.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. Doctor, regarding controlling a student, yes, I have tried these tips and it was useful for maximum 40 students, let's say. But when becomes dealing with 200 students in a big hall, and I sit in the podium, I faced a challenge here. And as a solution, I divided them to many groups. I'm asking you if there is another technique than dividing them, please, because sometimes I oblige or it's compulsory to take them at all in the same time. Thank you very much.
We had one class with 60 students. No, not 60 students, 57 students this year. And what we planned to do, we had 3 hours for one class. For each class, we had 3 hours. So we said, instead of taking a rest, sometimes you need to take more effort, since you know that the administration here is corrupted, it's very corrupted. They don't want to have more classes, because if they have more classes, then they have to pay for the teacher, and they have to have a big building. So they don't have those facilities, so they don't pay. What they do, they put so many students in one class, like sheep, so many sheep together, one shepherd. So that's how they treat, how they see students, unfortunately. And I'm sorry for using that word, but that's what they believe. Many of them, that's how they believe. Because putting 100 people in one class, it's like treating them like sheep, not a student. So in that case, what you can do, you can take 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes one class and 1 hour 20 minutes the other class. It will be good for the student, it will be good for you too. You can send them, if you send a message for 100, so for example, for 80 students, then you cannot do it in 3 hours. It takes 6 hours. But if you divide them, that 3 hours will be enough to send the proper message to the student, to all of them, to 2 classes. So divide them into 2 groups, convince your head of department and tell him that you will take 1 hour 20 minutes and then 1 hour 20 minutes. So the student, they like it, and also you can sort out this problem also.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Hamajan. Persiare Debu? Muhammad Bibani.
بەڵێ دکتۆر جان پرسیارەکەم ئەوە بوو وتێت کاتێک کە تۆ سەیری تەڵەبەکان دەکەی ماندوونە لە ڕووی فەیسەوە یا برێکێکیان بدەرێت بەڵام کێشەکە ئەوەیە دەرسەکەی من ماتماتیکە هەموو کاتێک ئەوانە ئەو کێشەیان هەیە یاخود هەموو کاتێک لە دوای دەدەخی یەکەمە ئەوان بێزار دەبن دەیانێ بچنە دەرەوە دەیانێ کلاسەکە بجێبێت ئەوەیان مەسەرەن چۆنتۆنی دەتوانین پرۆڤی بکەیان چۆنتۆنی دەتوانیت تۆ حەلی ئەوە چۆنتۆنیە
وەڵا حەلی ئەوە ماتماتیک وشکە ماتماتیک دەستێکی وشکە and I remember I never liked mathematics. Yeah, so I believe most of you, you didn't even like the mathematics teacher because they are like not friendly, they only talk and they write on the board. But again, instead of that, you can include them. I mean, including, you can have some competition, you can have some activity in the class in order to make them feel not bored. يعني لجاتي أوي كتو استجاوزة بالفعل أو سيكو ديكا for mathematics, for accounting, for sometimes physics, it's boring. يعني هندسة boring. بلام the activity that you choose is very important. يعني بزوانه بكتو لسر تختك عن بوبركيتو. أجر تو تنها تختك عن بوبركيتو بالتأكيد they don't like you. بلام هندسة سيرشي خوشان بوبكا نكتة عن بوبجرو. That's fine, totally fine. You make a friendly environment. And sometimes include them. بەشداریان پێ بکە. Involve them. أجر involve يعني كيد أو كاتا دبت active participation. يعني يو passive نامينه. They will not become passive. They become very active because they are involving. قيناك با mistake بكن يعني بيان هنا سر stage با mistake بكن. برسياريان ليبكا با والله مدنهم. يعني بو أو interaction هابت. شو أجر أو interaction هنبت وك خود بتاني mathematics درسي شيء وشكا. يعني بأساني ناتواني. You cannot make the class fun easily. That's why you need to work harder in order to get to that point, that the student like your class.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, everyone, so shall we take a 10-minute break and then we come back?
Yes, please.
Okay, 10 minutes and then we will come back here.
Okay, thank you.
حالتك هيا لسد ناشريني دموچاو سروي حالتك ناشرين بدموچاي أكاد we will answer this. Okay, yes, some of you in the comment you wrote that some students they have a psychological problem or they have a health problem or some students they have a mental problem. So sometimes they are acting in a way that may disturb you, but because of the mental situation or health situation or health condition, maybe they are acting this way. Otherwise, they will not disturb the class. So understanding your student is very important. That's why you need to understand your student. That's why you need to have a good connection with your student in order to understand their behavior, in order to understand their attitude. So understanding the reason behind that, especially when something repeats itself a lot, for example, the student disturbing you 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, then you can talk to him. But at the beginning, you don't have to talk to him. I mean, not every student that made a noise in the class, you don't need to advise them all the times. But if you see they keep doing it, then you can talk to them in private and you can understand their health problem, their mental problem, maybe they have a social problem. So there are some problems that makes us to act in different way. So that's fine. Lavin, you want to say something?
It was the same comments, Mamosta. I wanted to talk about when something suspicious, you don't have to judge immediately, because sometimes some circumstances, like some bad things happens, or what is going to happen. So it is better to talk to your students in private after the class, so you can understand what is going on. Okay, after judging the student, I think.
Yes, true.
I think it's very easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's not so difficult. So just give some time to the student. If they keep doing it, then you can talk to them in private, and then they will explain for you what's the problem. I mean, this is not sometime in our control. When you have social problem, or when you have a mental problem, then you're acting in the strange way. So try to control yourself, to have a self-confidence, self-control. Then so you'll not have a reaction that makes the student worse. So try to understand the problem and solve it, which is your responsibility. By the way, this is as I told you, it's so important for the teacher to be an actor, to be an actress in the class. So you can use different facial expression and gesture in your class. As you see here, when you are keeping your hand like this, that means you are avoiding other people. You are trying not to accept other people. You close your arm, that's avoiding people. So don't close your arm all the times in the class. And try not to do it. If you do it, okay, for a moment again. But when you do it too much, then it's a problem. So don't close your arms. And these are a kind of facial expression or gesture, that shows, for example, this one is dominance, this one is submission. When the student, they talk to you, they look down. So when you look down, it's a sign of submission. Or when you are scaring to talk to the student, then it's a sign of submission, that teacher should not be submissive. This is the one that I already mentioned. Sometime, for example, the stages here, you put your hand and then your other hand in the pocket from the beginning to the end of the class. So this is not normal. This is not normal. I mean, having such actions in the class is all right if it's for the moment, but if it becomes a norm for you, then it's not all right. And don't try to cut your fingernail in the class. Don't put your hand in your mouth. No way. Eye contact, as you see, this is how the staring is. He's looking at his eyes. Even in business, in your profession, with your colleagues, when you shake hands, try to look at the eyes too. So it's a sign of... there's some music here. Okay, so it's a sign of confidence here. It's a sign of dominance here. As you see eye to eye, eye to eye. And this means Jack is ready to listen. That means the student is ready to listen. So when you look at his eyes this way and he look at your eyes, that means he's listening to you. Just like the photo that's shown here. And this one, again, you see dominant stare and social stare. So social stare, sometimes you look at the noise here. Dominant stare, you look at here, forehead. And you look at his forehead, and yeah. So this is another way. When, for example, when your children are doing something wrong and you tell them, look at my eyes, look at my eyes, you are shouting, when he look at your eyes, then you can't send your message properly. You can't give the advice properly. That's why we ask them to look at our eyes. Why? Because they cannot look at your eyes, they cannot concentrate, they cannot focus. That's why, they cannot look at your eyes. So, and this one is a power gazing, social gazing, and intimate gazing. You see, we have Here, it's a power gazing. If you look at here, it's a power gazing. And social gazing, the noise, the eyes to the noise, to the mouse. And then we have intimate gazing, just like she showed in the photo. Even with the handshake with the staff, it's very important. It's about confidence. Believe me, it's about confidence. When you handshake with me, the first impression, I know your personality. The first impression, you know my personality. You know whether I'm dominant or I'm submissive, whether I have a good leadership skill or not. So the first impression is very important with your staff. Maybe this one, you don't shake your hand with the student, but you shake hand with the staff and with other people. That you need to be professional in that. Okay, this is, as you see here, there are different gesture, different gesture here. So it's so beautiful, as I said, when you say, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, and so beautiful when thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, so we have different, I mean, when you explain things, it's so good when you are acting. If you act while you explain, while you deliver the message, then it's so important for them. They will understand. So we have different kind of gesture here that you can use it. Normal, so normal, you can use it. Look at this one. Good, bad, come. Okay, good luck. When you say good luck to your student, good luck, they like it. They are young, they like it. They like such expression, as you see in the photo. And these gestures are very important. Try to do all these gestures with your student. So that's how you can be connected to the student. The body language makes you connected to the student. If you have a good body language with the student, then you will be connected to them. Just like what we see in the photo. Try to have all these facial expression, all these gestures. You don't know what to do with your hand. So this one is not the right one. Don't put your hand on the back because it's not nice. And sometimes you do like this. I mean, it's like you are a rapper in the class. No. Try to use a good hand gesture. So the way that you and sometimes this is a problem, a big problem that we do. Here in Middle East, Kurds, Arabs, Turks, we are using that finger. That finger is like threatening people. This is very common in the Middle East. That finger. Don't do this. Cut it. Don't. Don't put your finger. Don't point your finger on anybody. This is a sign of threat. Sign of threat. So control this one. This is also a common problem here. Using that finger, it's like threatening. You are fighting with people. Fighting with people. Boya am panje bakar mena. Dibra. Cut it. Bakari mena. Control it. You have 4 other fingers. Why only this finger? So just try to have a good point to your student. I mean, if you do like this, then that means you are threatening them. I saw many people doing this. With the foreigner especially, when you are doing this, this is very disrespecting. So don't use that finger this way. Was low harashe, panje harashe benen. Panjetan boshe bakar mehen. Chad panje tilite. All the peko bakari benen.
Even if you are angry, we don't have to.
You don't have to use it. Don't use it. I mean, it's like very inappropriate. Yeah, it's very inappropriate. Both Juluberek, I don't believe in what do you call it, informality too much. I mean, don't be too formal. I mean, if I go to class, I don't go like this, of course, but at the same time, don't be too formal. Don't pretend that you are a groom or bride. You are not going to marry in the class. زواج نکردی کلاس. بلام at the same time هنده جار مشکلی چی مانه؟ یعنی مامۆستا تەماشا کرد ڕیباتەکەی تەواهیم بۆ هەستەکەی لە شەڕەوە هاتووە. پشتی هەمووی ئارەقەیە ئەوانەی هەمووی ئارەقی کردووە یان کۆلارەکەی یعنی ژێر باڵی sweating. So they go to the class and the student they see it. It's not nice. چەند دیمەنێکی ناشرینە. یان نیوەی بروزەکەی لێرەوە دەرچووە. So try to be appropriate, but I mean to wear appropriately, but at the same time don't be too formal. چونکە ئەگەر too formal بی تەماشا ئەوەی دووەم بکە. تەماشا جلوبەرگە بکە. کە مامۆستاکە دەو جلوبەرگەی لەبەرە when your teacher is wearing like this, you want to take a photo with him. You don't want to listen to him to explain that, to give you information. So don't be like that because that's not. I believe this is not the right way. Plus, you will not become comfortable with such clothes. I mean, you will not become comfortable. You cannot move the way that you're supposed to be. يعني جولش ناتواني بعرضي خود بجوليتوا. لبرای جلکه دانده فرمالا بید لجلکه تکیتوا. کارات شو بازار وتیان کاکوچی و شو تکت برای بود ویناولا شو تیچی. آنده خوی پیشت ببو ایتر او هاروش بو بنا بازاره. So you will be like this. وقایق کشوتی بیبه. حد بید لینه کیتوا بید لوا کیتوا کچون بروی چون نروی. So try to not to wear too formal, not to wear informal. I mean, be in the middle, make a balance. Have the balance. Balance because if you are too formal, as I said, you will think too much about your clothes. You will think too much about yourself. You try to show up sometimes. So you will think twice when you talk, when you speak. كجليكي فورمال لبر توري باتكن لبر بيا دو جار بيرك تو كخسيك بوشي لبر رباتكن بويا comfortable ني you are not comfortable as much as you have to be.
مامۆستا کۆمپۆلسەری نییە لە یونیڤەرسیتی لەوێ قات بکەیتە بەردا؟
It's not comfortable to be like a Zawa. It's not comfortable. You can wear like a dress and a tie, but you don't need jacket all the time. So maybe you wear jacket, sport jacket. We have. I mean, it's up to you, but don't be too formal. وكو رسمي دوم مبا. وكو رسمي دوم. You don't feel comfortable. Believe me. As a teacher, you don't feel comfortable, and as a student, they don't feel comfortable.
مامۆستای بەنسبەت ئافرەتەوە هەر باسی پیاوەکەی
بەنسبەت هەردووچی هەر یەکە یعنی نەک پیاوە چونکە دەڵێن گروم و برای یعنی بووک و زاوا
وەڵای زۆر مهمە مامۆستا پێڵاوەکانی کۆمفۆرتەبڵ بێ ئافرەت یعنی بە پێڵاوی زۆر بەرزەوە مامۆستا
دەنگەدەنگ نەکە دەنگەدەنگ یعنی جاروا کابێکی درێژە کاتە پێی ئیتر دەنگەدەنگێ دروستەکە لەو کلاسە ئیتر شێوەی نییە یعنی وەک خۆت وتەنی بەڕاستی پێڵاو بۆ ئافرەت زۆر گرنگە نەک بۆ ئافرەت بۆ پیاوش گرنگە بەڵام بۆ ئافرەت بە تایبەت چونکە یەکێ لەو کێشانە ئەوەیە کە بە تایبەتی گەنجەکان دەیانەوێت کابێکی گەورە لەبەرکەن تەقەتەقەکە ئیتر طەڵەبە ناتوانێت کۆنسنترێت بکات. The student they cannot concentrate because of the high heels. So avoid the high heels and don't make any noise. بێزگە لە ئازارەکەی.
تۆ 8 ساعت لەوانەیە لە دەوام بی دەرزەڵێیتەوە یعنی تۆ لەسەر لەو پێڵاو بەرزانە ئەکید ئازاری قاچ و پشت و ئەوەی خۆی بێت.
And you cannot move properly. ناتوانی بە ئارەزوی خۆت بجوڵیتەوە بە ئیسراحەتی خۆت بجوڵیتەوە. So you will not be comfortable in that case. بەڵام بۆ مامۆستاش بەجددی یعنی بۆ مامۆستای ئافرەتش جلوبەرێک زۆر گرنگە یعنی جلوبەرگی لەبەرکەی to looks like a leader یعنی وەکو لیدەر بی لە کلاسە. یعنی وا پیشام بدەیت کە تۆ لیدەری وا ئیمپرێشنێکی وایم بدەیت کە you are a leader. Not like a passive person. چونکە جار وایە جلێکی وا لەبەرەکەن کە okay, we still have different design in, I mean, even if you are religious, we still have different design for the religious people. So you can still have it and you can still wear it in the class. But I'm trying to wear the proper clothes that students feel comfortable. Kabasi proper, when we talk about the proper clothes, that doesn't mean it has to be formal. Proper one doesn't need to be like the one that I said, I mean formal or it's naked or whatever it is. So the proper one is when your student can feel comfortable and when you feel comfortable yourself. But if you don't feel yourself comfortable yourself, then that's a problem. When you are wearing the sport shoe, and day to the July activity, you want to move. بەڵام هاکە بۆیە ڕیپێڵاوەکەت کردووە و ئیتر ڕیباتەکەت نازانم چی لێ کردو و قاتێکت تازە کڕیەوە و سەعاتێک و ئیتر خۆ دوان نیشانە دەی کە ئیتر done. Student, they don't like such people.
دكتور نبيل
Yes. دەنگتەوە فەرمی.
من خۆم پێشتر لە کوردستان خوێندم دوای چوومە لە دەرەوش خوێندم یعنی یەک جیاوازی زۆر گەورە ئەبینم لەبینی نەک هەر مامۆستا تەڵەبەکان يعني اهتمامێکی زۆر بەجلی دەرەوە ئەدەن مکیاجێکی زۆر ئەکەن کە کاتێک ئەوەن اهتمام بە عیلمەکە نادەن یان ئیتر بەجل بێت بە مەسەن کچەکان قژیان بێت کوڕەکان بە جل بەڵام من کە لە دەرەوە ئەم خوێن باوەڕ بکە بەس دەمچیان ئەششت زۆر جا پتشیان ناکە ئەیان بەسیط هاتنە کلاسەوە بەڵام ئەو علمەی ئەوان پێیانە و ئەو هەدەفە و ئەو بیرکردنەوە ئەوان هیانە فۆکسەکەن لێرە نییە ئێمە چ کارە بکەین ئێمە هەدەفمان علمەکە بێت نەک ئەوەی شۆ بێت یعنی من بەڕاستی یەک نمونە بەسیطش یعنی دێنە ئەم پێداگۆجی یعنی سیرەکەم خەڵک زۆر شۆ زۆر یعنی تو مثلا لازم نییە ئەم هەڵپارە بەم هەموو جلە بدەیت یعنی من ناڵێم ئەمە ڕەزیلی بێت بەڵام لازم نییە من ئێستا وا خۆم نیشان بدەم کە ساتێکم جلوبەرگەکەم بێ با کە ساتێکم علمەکەم بێ بیهەیڤەکەم بێ کەسێکی تر دروستکەم لە کۆمەلگانەک ئەوەی کە تو بچی جلێک بکڕێ بە سێ وەرەقە یعنی من تەڵەوە ئەبێنم ئێستا کێشەی زۆربەی عائیلەکەی لەوەی بۆی قەرزکە جل بکڕێت تەڵەبەکە یان سێرەکە زۆر کەسێ خۆیە کوژێت یعنی بۆ ئەم شتە مامۆستایان کارێ نەکەن لەسەر ئەوەی کاکە مەنزەر هیچ نییە کێشە نییە من کەساتی توم ئەوێ من مەنزەری توم ناوێت
زۆر ڕاست
بۆتە زۆر کێشە بۆ زۆر تەڵەبە یعنی ئەوانەی دەوڵەمەندن پێیان ئەکرێت کەسێتر پێی نەکرێت یعنی بڵێن چ هینەکەی بتوان هەڵوێستێک بۆ ئەم شتە هەڵگرین
زۆر ڕاست
زۆر سپاس
زۆر ڕاستە دەست خۆش بێ کاسترۆ
بەڵێ دکتۆر جان وەڵام من کۆمنتێکمە بوو لەسەر مەسەلەی جلوبەرجی مامۆستا ینی پێم وایە جلوبەرجی مامۆستا زیاتر دەگەڕێتەوە سەر مەسەلەن ئەو دەرسێکە دەڵێتەوە یا اختصاسێکە هەیەی بۆ نمونە ئێمە لە قانون ینی دایما تەرکیزە سەر ئەوە دەکەین کە مامۆستاکان و حتا تەڵەبەکانیش پێویستە ڕێکپۆش بن و قاتوڕیباتیان لەبەر بێ دائیمەن بۆی لە تەڵەبەی قسمەکانی ترجیا بکرێنەوە لەگەڵ مامۆستای قسمەکانی ترجیا بکرێنەوە و حتا لەو دوایە سندیکای پارێزەرانی هەرێمی کوردستان ینی قرارێکی دەرکرد کە پارێزەر بۆی نییە بە تیشێرت و جینس بچێتە محکەمە داوا ببینێ و لە پێش لەبەردەم دادگا و دادوەر بوەستێ مرافعە بکە بۆ چونکە لە هەیبەتی ئیشەکەکەم دەکاتەوە و هەروە ئەو حەقەش نەدا بەو قەزیەکە لە بەردەستیدایە و هەروەها ناتوانێت بێتە جێگای سرنجی بەرامبەریش بۆ ئەوی گوێ لە قسەکانی ڕابژیری و ئیتیمامی پێ بدرێت.
Rasa, what you said is totally true, but when it comes to the profession, it's totally different from the classroom. I mean, the classroom, it's we are learning in the classroom, but when we are working, as you said, for example, the lawyer, when the lawyer is wearing a t-shirt and the jean in the court, maybe it's not the proper way for him to be like this. Or when the doctor is with the jean and the t-shirt, again, it's not a proper clothes for him. But it's at the workplace. But we are not at the workplace. We are in the classroom. And in the classroom, we need to be comfortable. When you are trying to learn something, when you try to read something, you have the coffee and you try to have the good environment in order to get the information from what you read. So learning process is quite different from the profession, other professions. So for learning process, the clothes is not that important. What's important, I mean, it doesn't have to be too formal. You don't have to be too formal. Don't be too informal. I mean, but try to be comfortable. If your student feel that if you feel that your student are comfortable, and if you comfortable yourself, then that's it. There's no problem. But in the companies, if you are working in the company, or if you are a lawyer, if you are an engineer, of course you have to wear based on your profession. So each profession may have a different type of uniform, so you have to follow the uniform. But for university, I believe if you are too formal, then the student, they cannot concentrate and they don't like your subject. You become bored. Yeah. Okay, so Amashian Joreka does Amar Zorzo Gringani using your hand like in different ways, as you see here. Some people they do like this, some people they do like this, some people they do like this. So it's better to have the balance, and that one is very appropriate. I mean, this one, you see this one, your finger. Okay, so this one is important, and it's very formal, and this one also important. But you look at all these hand, what do you call the hands? So we have different styles, but you can use it in different places. For example, when you explain something, of course, sometimes you need to open your hand. Sometimes you need to close it like this. But when you are listening, yeah, you can use this one. But I cannot talk this way, like this. I cannot talk this way. But when I listen, okay, yeah. When I listen, okay, yes. Great. For George Ragli Ohanaki. Why? Tamanto debe au habke boika sign chipdeteka you are listening. It's a sign that you are listening to somebody. But don't use it don't close it up like this when you talk to people. Qapati maka ka lagal khalka saqi. So facial expression also important. Facial expression, the muchawat. We have people that you feel that they are fighting with you. On the Torah. Just imagine if I speak like this, and if I talk to you like this, if you become so like, what the hell is going on with that teacher? I mean, that's what the students say. Don't imagine and don't expect that the student, they have a good impression about you when you are making that face. Believe me, they will say what I said. So try to have an open face for the student. Not to smile all the times, because sometimes you smile all the time, which is not good. But being too serious, again, it's a problem. You are closing up yourself to the student. So try to maintain the balance here. Try to maintain the balance. Try to have a smiley face, happy face, at least to make them comfortable. But when you make the face like this, and we have people, I mean, believe me, we have people, even the sound will change when they go to class. They become like this, and even the sound become, and then a way to show up in front of the student in order to prove that they have the control of the class. Having the control of the class is not through anger. It's not through sad face. But again, depends on the situation. For example, if I talk about genocide, I should not smile, of course. Just imagine when somebody is talking about genocide or about the tragedy, making a smiley face. No way. So in that case, you have to act. That's why I said, based on the situation, you need to be a good actor. And when you are surprising, oh my gosh. You see? Your mouth. Oh my gosh. So this is the sign of surprise. Really? Really? Oh my gosh. How come? Comes out from your chest. Even the sound should come out from your chest. The bella sinto dace. Oh hanasea ka surprise me. Yani وابشان يبدا كسر. عن زار واحد هيك بكره. People sometimes they buy you a gift for your birthday. Then okay. No surprise. Sometimes they make a surprise for you and they plan for it in advance, but when they show it to you, you are not surprised at all. Then it's not fun at all. So you need to have the facial expression. So understanding the facial expression is very important. And for the tired student, sleepy student, and the student who fear, you need to understand them. If you feel that they fear, then make them comfortable not to fear. If you feel they are not happy, make them pleasure, happy. So understanding all these facial expression is not only for you to make it, it's also for students. As I said, maybe I give a lecture for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then they feel sleepy. And there is no way for you to continue. Give them a break, and then they will come back, and then you can continue. So understanding student facial expression is also important. So it's not only about your facial expression, but it's also about student facial expression. So don't be angry, don't have angry face, don't be angry, but be a smiley person. Smile, so beautiful. So beautiful, believe me. So try to have زردخانيك بك دايم يعني دمت بيك مدى قباتي مكة open it كقباتت كده you are not fun anymore. I mean, you are not interesting anymore, and I don't like it. Yeah, because you are not fun. Loving.
Almost, I want to ask something. For example, in university, when students loves you, for example, if a student comes to you and asks for advice or personal thing, is that okay to, I don't know, kind of go with the student? I
didn't understand the question.
For example, if a student comes to you, loves you so much,
okay,
told you about some personal issues, for you to solve them, or you do it, or you say, okay, I am a teacher and I don't like.
No, of course, you are supposed to help the student. Some issues are too personal. I mean, when the issues are too personal, I don't know. Some people, they don't want to get into trouble because sometimes the student, they try to involve you in their personal problem, especially when you are young. When you are young, sometimes they involve you in their problem purposely. I mean, بما بس وجاروا خوام والليكن كتوشي مشكلات بكان. يعني برجال للنزيكا بنوا والليكن كتوشي مشكلات بكان. Boya, in that case, try not to engage in their problem. But sometimes they have a problem. I mean, I have seen the student. She didn't have money, so she was asking me how to solve that problem, how to pay my tuition fee. Do you know anybody to support me? I mean, in such issues, of course, we are there for students. We are not there only for ourselves. That's why helping students and supporting them and solving their problem is fine. You can do it. ئاگادار بە چونکە تەڵەبە زۆر زیرەکە بە تایبەتی کە گەنج بیت they take advantage of your position.
Not always put barriers between you and your student.
No, don't put barriers between you and student, because if you have so many red lines, so many barriers, then again you will block them, and when you block them, then there's no way of communication between you and them. So you need to maintain the balance. Instead of getting too close to a student or getting far away from get rid of the student, you need to maintain the balance. Yeah, supporting your student, helping your student, even sometimes solving their problem is your responsibility. And they have a problem, they cannot talk to their parent because they're scared, especially the girls. And they cannot talk to their